Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Nebo TV. My name is Nekme Obasoge, broadcasting live from Toronto, Canada. And today we have a very important topic. I have a lady all the way from Lagos State, Miss Bingpe Shotude. Miss Shotude, I will bring you to the screen and just introduce yourself a little bit to us, what you are doing. I know that you are a counselor there in Lagos. Go ahead, introduce yourself to the audience.
My name is Mrs. Vinkesho today. I'm a relationship therapist, a marriage counselor. I talk with married and I counsel, I coach singles and engage into a glorious relationship whereby you can have a stress-free marriage and a happy home. Today we are going to be talking on building trust.
Yes.
Building trust in marriage and relationship
Mm.
because it's such an essential, important topic that we need to deal with in marriage. So I'm going to be talking more on building trust, how building trust can reduce level of infidelity.
Mm. Thank you. Thank you for joining the program today. So every week you're going to be appearing on Nebo TV here, 7 p.m. Nigerian time. So if you are watching right now, just mark your calendar every Saturday, 7 p.m. Nigerian time. If you have any issue with your spouse, your boyfriend, your husband, your wife, please tune in. And I'm going to be providing the phone number of Miss Binkpe. If you have any private discussion or you have anything to discuss with her, you can call her outside the program. And if you also want to call in during the program, I will also provide a phone number in the comment section later that people can call in and ask their questions as well. So every week, on Saturday, 7 p.m. on Nebo TV, because Ms. Shotude is a counselor, relationship counselor there in Lagos. And she has been providing a lot of counseling to families, couples, right, Ms. Shotude? So she has been doing that in Lagos over these months. So today we're going to be discussing about building trust in marriages and relationship, infidelity, cheating. Like 2 weeks ago, she told me that the major issue affecting relationship, marriages in Nigeria is infidelity. Mostly the men. Nigerian men, they are not very honest. We know that the men are not honest to their wives. So it is the major issue affecting relationship in the country. So we're going to dive into today's topic and allow Ms. Show today to tell us about, building trusts in relationship. Go ahead.
Um, Building trust in relationship, like I always tell couples, that is very, very essential, it's very, very important. For you to have a happy home, you need to build trust in your spouse. When you build trust, when there is lack of trust, in most cases it's infidelity, it's cheating that makes you to keep secrets from your spouse. Why would you have a phone and you start keeping secrets away from your spouse? So I think building trust will help the couple to be more intimate. So you need to build trust in your relationship. And how can you build trust in your relationship? Number one, you must have good communication. When a man don't have time for the wife, always giving excuses, I'm busy, I'm doing this in the office has given me assignments, I'm doing this, you don't spend time with your spouse. All these things brings in doubts. It makes your wife not to really put absolutely trust in you. And this is not too good for a healthy relationship. If you want an healthy relationship, I advise couples, you need to build trust. You need to build a foundation whereby there will be total openness, where you don't keep secrets. You are open to one another. Because when you keep secrets. You can't be open totally to your spouse. And this makes a woman to do something secretly. For example, some women will want to build house and not to get their husband informed. You know why? It's not because the lady hates you. It's not because the lady is greedy. It's just because he has seen that you may come one day and say a lady mistakenly have a child for you. So she would have just used all her life to labor for another woman. So it's advisable that what can easily give you hypertension, run you mental, make you crazy, you quickly guide away from it. That's your future, the future of your children. That's when you see a lady like, no, I don't want joint investment. I don't
mm,
want joint. The reason behind all this is when there is no trust. And when there is no trust, let me tell you, you are killing the love in your spouse. You are reducing the love in your spouse. So I do tell couples, if you want to have a healthy relationship, number one thing you need to work at is building trust, confidence. That even when you are not around, your husband, your wife can say, no, yes, I trust my spouse. He's not going to disappoint me. He's not going to put me in shame. But in a relationship where you don't trust one another, that's when you keep secrets, you hide your phone, you
mm,
hide some certain things just because of your level of immorality. Some people don't even tell their wife what they have. They
mm,
don't. Some are so funny that they will keep the secret so much that they can't tell their spouse they've gotten a promotion. So all those things are just
mm.
because of infidelity.
Hmm. So yeah, some men always complain about their wives nagging all the time. How can a woman build trust for her husband when the husband is not honest to her? That is the question.
Yes, when one of the things that I do tell people, because it's when you come for counseling, we have to understand how your relationship is being built, because we can't just counsel you. But this one I'm going to be giving is a general opinion. When you caught your husband in a heart of cheating, I always tell ladies, number one thing, you need to calm down. You need to first of all calm down, work on your emotion and see how you can first of all deal with yourself. Then you now talk heart to heart. That's one of the key points I do tell people. I said, sit your spouse down, talk heart to heart. Hello, sweetheart, I caught you cheating, and these are evidences I have that you are really cheating. And when the guy is like, he's not, he knew that yes, you've really, really caught him,
Mm,
then you sit down. Why are you cheating? Why are you playing game? You want to know why the guy is playing game. So it is better you talk one on one. Some guys are so open up, they will tell you, oh, I need some certain things from that lady. Some will say, I'm enjoying my sex life. So we tell you basic reason why they go about that. And you as a woman, you work on it, or you get a good counselor, because I do counsel people how they can build on themselves. Some people, they will be like, you know the reason why your spouse is cheating.
from my own personal experience, I believe that men, they don't want you to always remind them of their weaknesses. And if you want to approach them, even though the man did something just unbelievable, something very terrible to the woman, if you can tolerate the man and use soft voice to approach the man will be more open. That is what, from my own personal experience as a woman.
Yes, you are making some points, but
Mm,
the truth about it is that you see, two wrongs don't make right. When a guy has seen that truly you have really caught
mm,
him, he's going to be humble. But in a case that you don't have full evidence, they are going to change it against you. You may even be the one to tell them sorry at the end of the day.
That's
I'm
what I'm
telling you.
saying. That's what I'm saying now.
Yes,
That
you may
if
be
you
end
if
up
you
being
are
the
too
one to tell
violent,
them sorry. No,
if
you need to understand. That's why I said when you come for counseling, I need to understand the content. how you have been able to gather enough information, and I have to see your information that is strong enough. So based on this is what we are going to tell you how you're going to confront him. And at times when you think being aggressive is going to help you, some guys has gone AY that the lady has tolerated them so much that the men has gone extra mile, to the extent that, what I mean extra mile is that they have no respect for that lady. You get what I'm saying? It's
Mm.
from the interview and the questions we are asking that I'll be able to know the kind of relationship you are having with your spouse. Because there are some men, if you come aggressively, they'll just pick up their shirt and leave their house for you. I've seen a man that does that. And I've seen a situation whereby the man will just turn the whole game and everything will just turn upside down, that the lady will be the one to come and apologize
Mm.
at the end of the day,
Mm.
because they will just twist everything and you will see yourself being the fool.
He becomes the
So
victim
we
himself. Oh.
Yes, you now be the one looking
Mm.
as if I think I'm the fool here.
Yeah.
So in this kind of situation, we have to listen to you, see how your relationship is being operated. As in, we need to know how you operate in your marriage. So with this, we would able to tell you how to go about it. And if it is a situation whereby we will need to invite the person, if he can submit himself to counsel. So we would invite him for counsel, we talk one on one. So based on that, we'll be able to see how we can manage the relationship. And at times, some guy cheats because they caught their spouse in an act that makes them feel that they can't forgive, even when the lady has repented.
Mm.
Yes.
So yeah, in this type of case, how many cases have you settled with this issue of infidelity? It's very common in Nigeria because of
Yes,
our
it's very
our
common. I
culture.
can't say.
Because of our culture, in our culture, we were raised to understand that a man supposed to marry more than one wife. So in this case, how can one woman be nagging because her husband is cheating? Of which we have a culture that encourage many wives.
Yes, we have a culture that encourage many wives, but many of us, we are not going by culture. We are going by the institution of the white man. And religion also plays a lot of role in the life of human. I want you to believe that religion is playing a major role in the life of individuals. If you are a Christian, you know you have to be a man or woman of one wife, one husband. If you are of the Islam, it permits to have more than a wife. And for the tradition, it permits more than one wife. But because of the English life that we are living now,
Mm.
whereby we have a legal department, we have a legal institution now in Nigeria. So it's really suppressing the culture, sincerely. So we cannot neglect culture. And I'm not trying to say, it's not that even I'm trying to say, it is just the truth. Um, Religion is overriding culture presently.
Mm. So yeah, the question is this African men ready to adopt Western system of marriage of one wife, one man to
Yes,
one wife? Are they ready to
yes,
adopt
they
this
are.
system?
It's just they are. It's just that
Mm.
this cheating has become way of life. They see it as let me enjoy myself. They see it as she has started having children. She's
Mm.
not as sweet as when
Mm.
she's single. And some people, so many deception we have now that you feel like you want to have varieties. What is varieties? I believe is an heart of immorality. That is it. Because when you are thinking of varieties, I think it's just that you are not disciplined. That's just it. guys in Africa, because African setting, they have this. I wouldn't want to use a language that is vocal, but I think our men just enjoy having different days. I have the money, or I have the stature, I'm handsome, I have the money, and let me just have a taste. Not all the ladies they are marrying. In fact, some of them will tell those ladies that, look here, I don't have intention in getting married to you. I just want to, let's just enjoy one another. That kind of a thing. Things like that. Because I've seen men that do confess that this is the reason why they cheat. That is not that they want to marry another wife.
You
And
know,
stress also make women to easily get tired of sex. So men that are very sex active, they feel that they need to satisfy themselves, enjoy their youthful age, and no dulling. So because of that, some men just decide to, let me
yeah.
just enjoy myself up.
Yeah, I remember those days when we were young in Africa. Having many girlfriends or marrying many wives is a part of, showcasing a man's masculinity. You understand? To show that,
Yes,
yes, you are a real powerful man in the society. You are
yes,
not supposed to marry to only one wife. It's a kind of, maintaining power, your masculinity as a man. Because, I have many wives. Having many children those days is part of success. You say that family is very successful family because the man has many wives and many children. You remember, because having many big family like that, you maintain more power in the society, and you also have a kind of happy hands. You have many children that will help you in the farm. At that time, agriculture was a major occupation in many African societies. So at that time, having many wives, big family, many children is a part of success, you understand, and greatness at that time. Unlike today, whereby if you marry many wives or even marry more than one wife, you will be stigmatized. You will be stigmatized in the society because of this idea of adopting a Western system of marriage. So for me, I believe that African men are still struggling to adopt the Western system of marriage, of relationship, of which is very difficult for them, very difficult. Even in the West, let's say, even in the West, you understand, despite that the white people,
it's
they
just
have this,
everywhere.
this, yes, they still practice, infidelity. Men, white men, they still do the same thing. And some white women also, we are saying that in Africa is the culture. Some white women, some of them are very patient. They tolerate. Have you seen some celebrity whereby their husband will go cheat on them? They will still bring the man, still accept the man. So it's just the thing. When it comes to infidelity, is very prevalent among men. But the African setting, for instance, because of our culture, is deeply rooted, like what we said earlier, that some women, after everything, the violence, everything, she will be the one to even beg the husband after the husband cheated on her. So it's just the thing. Right now, how can we provide counseling for men? Men are the most problem. They are the ones causing too much problem in relationship because of their infidelity. How can we straighten the men?
What I do tell people is that you can't change people. You can only use your good art to remold your man to be your husband. And when we are talking about culture in Africa, I want you to understand that this cheating is just a man thing. They just believe it's men thing. Let me just enjoy myself. It is not about the. It is not about individual stuff. It's a collective thing that men now adopt in, like, let me just enjoy myself. That's the most reason why they do it. It's not about culture that they want to keep so many wives. In those days they are using it to make money, but these days you are spending more. Because the more children you have, the more responsibility you have. The more women you have, the more trouble you have in your life.
Unlike
That's
before, unlike in olden days, unlike in olden days.
yes, that you use it
Mm,
as an achievement. But
mm,
these days, it's more problem that you have.
mm.
So That is that. That's what I would want to say today, that openness is very, very essential. Men, you need to be open, and wife, don't keep secret from your spouse because it hurts. And once a man observes that in you, it will be very difficult for you to think.
Hmm. So, but it's very common among African men, specifically the Nigerian men, that they never allow their wives to access their telephones. It's very common. They don't. Some of them will even
Yeah,
allow
all
their wives
because
to.
of infidelity, cheating. You don't want your wife to get you, to know your weakness, to know your wrongs. You know, they have so many way of keeping ladies' names on their phone. And they know we women, we can be very funny. If somebody calls you, I may decide to pick it on behalf of my husband. But you know, that's why they always keep their secret like their heart.
No,
You hardly see African men will leave his phone carelessly. No. Even when sleeping, the phone is very, very is very, very dear to them so that you won't get
mm,
their weakness.
I
So
don't
I
know
do
what.
tell women as well, you know, we are in Africa setting, leave that man with his phone. Just live your life and enjoy it.
So I just
It's
imagine
just
I
most
can.
of them they don't have intention of bringing.
Yeah, I just imagine how can a woman love a man that will not allow you to access his cell phone? How can you
It's
expect such woman
possible, it's
not
possible,
to be
but you know,
nagging? Yeah. How can you
mm,
expect such woman not to be nagging at the man? How do you expect such woman to trust her husband, a man that cannot allow you to access his phone? Hmm?
you are right, you are right. When there are lot of secrets in relationship, it makes ladies to nag a lot. It makes your lady to be reacting. It makes a lady to be touching. When a man keeps too much secret and your wife is suspecting you and you can't clear the hair, so the lady will be a nagging wife, a complainant. She will be touching and be reacting funny at times just
No peace.
because they can't trust.
That is, which means there will never be any peace in that relationship. That is what we are talking
There
about.
may not be peace. There may not be peace. That's why we tell men you just have to reduce the way you cheat. Because some women it affects them a lot. And one of the reasons why it affects them is that some ladies they are doing joint investment with their spouse. And you know, in Nigeria, if that man, any property that man has, if anything happened to him and he has maybe they are legal children or not legal
Mm,
children, they are
mm.
entitled to something in that family. It may not be same with the legal children, but they are entitled. So no woman would want to go and work for another woman
Mm.
to come and
Children. Yeah.
claim rights in her labor or her sweat.
Mm. Exactly. Yeah. You cannot be spending money or investing with your husband. At the end of the day, the man will go bring one child from outside from another woman.
So
Then
these are the
that.
things that
Yeah, women are not happy in such relationship. At the end of the
they
day, some men will end up blaming the women. I'm not saying that women are perfect. Not all women are not perfect. Let's just say women are not perfect. However, most of the
we have our
trouble,
weakness.
yeah, the challenges that are facing relationship today in our world are mostly caused by the men, because of infidelity. Like what you said the other day, last 2 weeks when we had a show, you said that infidelity, cheating, is the major issue affecting relationship in Nigeria. Yeah, of course. So how do you expect, if you want to marry many wives, you just let that woman know at the beginning of the relationship that look, I'm not going to marry only you. Like, you see what is going on in royal families, like our obas, our traditional
Yeah.
rulers. So
Marrying
before,
all but you are not going to be the only one.
yes, of course, you already you know that the tradition is there, that you are not going to be the wife of the oba. So that is why you see that the wives of all these obas, the traditional rulers in Nigeria, they don't have any problem with their mates. They don't really have problem because they knew before they came into the
You made
relationship
up
that
your mind,
they,
you know what you're
yes,
doing.
Yeah. So that is the thing.
You're not
If you
investing with the man. You do your investment. If you have any money, you do it separately. It's not like you're doing joint investments with any other.
Okay, exactly. So like that, you knew before you went into the relationship that the traditional ruler is going to marry, or the traditional ruler already had many wives before you even came in. So you understand everything. So in the case of ordinary, let's say, Nigerian citizens, if you are not willing to marry only one wife, you let her understand you cannot bring a wife home. At the end of the day, you start sleeping outside, sleeping with different women about, and you expect her to be happy with you. She would never be happy. You know,
Yeah,
if you give women happiness, they will give you happiness in return.
yeah.
If you give them frustration by
In fact, they'll give
flirting
you
around,
double.
they will give you double frustration. Then the man will say, "Oh, this woman is too bad." Okay, you expect a woman that you will leave her at home, go sleep outside, practicing your infidelity, and you expect her to be angel, your angel, when you come back home. Never. Remember, if that woman is doing the same thing to you, you will never like it. You will not be happy in that relationship. So it's the same thing applies to the women. And sometimes the men, they are so heartless that they don't even think about the emotional, the psychological
You
effect
are
of
right. You are right.
the
Men don't think
psychological
about the
effect
emotional torture.
exactly of this infidelity, how these women are suffering emotionally. They don't just care. And if you complain too much, you will be the one at the end of the day even begging the man. The man will just pack his bag and baggages away and move out of the house. Then you will be people will be blaming you. I told you, leave him alone. You don't overstress me. You don't over nag. You are nagging too much. That is why the man left you. You are nagging too much. You know, see
You
how
are
your maid, they have their husbands. They are tolerating. You see, that is the thing. You will have to blame yourself. Then when people start saying that, you say, "Oh, I wish I knew. I would have not used violence for my husband." Oh, it was, all those things. That is just Nigeria, African setting. That is
right.
what
It's
majority
even
women
annoying
experience.
that it is women that will be accusing you of the same thing. It's going to be women like you telling you, ah, you are the one that pushed your husband
Uh,
out of the home, you are
mm,
this, you are that,
mm,
and it's more frustrating. That's why I said I do tell married people, when you find yourself in such a situation, please seek cancel first before you react. I'm telling you. And losing your husband for the other lady is also foolishness. Because we are in African, it's not even in African setting. I realize it is general now that many men, they just want to have a taste of varieties. They just want to cheat. They just want to see everything inside the skirt. They want to feel every shape. So I think and it is not good. They are the one that even bring different kind of sickness into the home. And if you
mm,
see now, men are live they are they die earlier than more women.
mm,
And the reason is that some men they overuse themselves. Even sex, if you do it too much, it has a medical implication. Let everything be normal. That's what some men don't understand. Some will even use drug in order to satisfy some young ladies. I
mm,
think
mm. They go to
it is
Viagra, Viagra. Some people,
yeah,
one man died the other time after using
yeah,
Viagra on a young lady in the hotel room.
yeah. That guy has BP
Mhm,
because I learned when they did the autopsy, they realized the guy has BP. And you can imagine such a person like that, and you're still going to extra mile trying to look for somebody to satisfy. Somebody that has BP, so you don't even supposed to have sex often in order
so
to maintain.
yeah, for me, I believe that we are living in a globalized world now, that African people are trying to adopt Western system, Western ways of life and everything. So we are still in the transition, you understand? transiting from African cultural belief to adopting the Western ways of life. So, yeah, the question here is that are these men ready to fully accept the Western system of marriages, like one man to one woman? That is the thing, you know. Are they willing to adopt it fully?
That's what many, even young guys, old ones, they really prefer the one man, one woman. Because if you look at the system now, it's not like olden days that they say the husband is the one feeding the whole family. Now it is husband and wife feeding the whole. If you look at so
Mm, mm,
many of
mm,
it now, even some women are the breadwinner of the family. So they are accepting it. It's just the art of that infidelity cheating. They still feel it's a way of life. It's an enjoyment. It's a pleasure. It's a way of exploring their youthful age or their their ego, just to make them feel that yes, I'm a man. I have this beautiful lady. I have this, I think it's the high rate of men preferring one wife is high. It's just that when the infidelity comes in,
mm,
some ladies, they will feel like I can't tolerate this, I can't forgive. Some
mm,
of them would prefer that let the lady stay and I'll be cheating and she'll be forgiving me. I'll be cheating, I'll be asking for forgiveness, and life will continue. And Africa is a setting that they will stigmatize you when you start changing husband. Once you leave a man like this, in Africa setting, they don't want to know what you are going through in that marriage. They don't want to know what led to you moving out of your home. They don't care to feel the pain the lady had gone through. They will just give you a name. They reduce the respect they give to you, and so many things like that. Even there are some culture in Nigeria that if your father died or your mother died and the female want to come out, they will insult to go and bring husband if there is no man around you, so you can't bury your father. That this kind of things is still happening in Nigeria, in Africa setting.
you see,
So it's
like,
not African setting is not a culture, it's not a place where you can just divorce or want to enjoy single life. Even single mother are not really enjoying it. So
mm,
African setting,
mm.
it's still I
The
don't know.
stigma is strongly attached to a single mother, single lady in the
Yeah,
society.
give them respect in the society, even in a compound, just a compound that you
Mm,
rent, they will be saying, and it's
mm,
men's meeting. You understand? Just imagine that. How can you say it's a men's meeting when the woman's husband is not around? Are you trying to say she doesn't have a say? You get what I'm saying? So I think the setting is still like of
yeah.
men.
Yes, it's,
I'm seeing a culture like that. I don't want to mention it, but I traveled 8 hours to get to that state with a friend, and they had to be.
yeah. That is the patriarchal society that we are living. Because if you are single, people will stigmatize you. They will say things about you because it's very un-Africa for a woman to be single. The stigma, we have to work on that stigma that a woman is not supposed to be single, is not supposed to
Woman don't have
marry.
say. A woman
Yeah.
cannot go with father. A
Uh,
woman cannot do meeting with men.
mm,
Women cannot talk in the
mm,
family when they are doing
mm,
family meeting.
mm.
Some family meeting, they will be telling you that you are a woman. If your husband cannot sit here, you are not supposed to come here and be talking anyhow. You
Yeah.
understand? So it's still happening.
It's the stigma. The stigma is the problem. The stigma is attached to the cultural belief, the cultural tradition of the African society. Okay. So, yeah, let's end this program like this for today. Next week, we'll come back again to discuss about relationship and some of the challenges facing relationship in our modern world. Thank you, Miss Binkme. If you have anything to say to the audience, go ahead before we end the program.
Oh, thank you, viewers. All I have to say is that, men, I want you to build trust. When you build trust, you have peace in your home and you have the wonderful children. because what you're doing now is what you are training your children to be in future. So mothers, instead of you divorcing, want to catch or see the secret or the weakness of your husband, I would advise you get a counselor that can put you through, and that will be a wonderful one. I still remain Mrs. Bimpe Shotunde. See you same time next week. God bless you.
Thank you, Ms. Binkwe. Thank you so much. Next week, we're going to provide your phone number. We'll announce it in advance. We'll announce the program in advance so that people will join the program. Then we'll discuss about stigma, the stigma attached to single ladies in our society, in African society, I would say. So yes, next week I will provide your phone number. If anybody wants to call you, they can call you for any private discussion. All right. So today is the first day of this program. We did one 2 weeks ago, right? Was it not 2 weeks ago? We did
Yeah.
one program, but it was not too much. It was two programs the same day with Lady Shoemaker. So today is the first day of this program as a full program. So next week, Saturday, we'll come back again, same time, 7 p.m., to discuss about relationship among Africans. Mm. Yes, thank you. Thank you, Miss Binkme. For those who are watching right now, thank you. Or if today is your first time of visiting our channel, please consider subscribing to our YouTube channel and see you guys next week. Bye for now. Bye.